theory, I should be live. I think. Probably. Maybe. Possibly. Yes, that seems to be the case. Alright, so the thing is, I achieved the holy trinity of subscriber count, which is 777. So since I sacrificed some ghosts for Satan for 666 subscribers, I thought it might be appropriate to build a church this time. Alright, so another thing, the upload rate of my internet is quite shit, so expect quite a lot of lagging. Now let's make a new word in creative. Let's name it 777, again the number of the Holy Trinity. And let's make it peaceful, and yeah, I guess that's it. Alright, I have spawned in a pine forest on top of a mountain. Just like last time, I think. Or I ended up at a mountainside pine forest, if I remember correctly. Now, I need to find a flat area, but before that, give command block that alright, I now have access to a command block, and here is the flat area I will... Oh, would you look at that? I guess I will make a church for this village. Even though they already have a church, I'm going to make a much better one. I used to be a pretty good builder, however, I did not practice my building skills in quite a long while now, so I need to get used to this game again. And by again I mean that I haven't played this game since the last time I streamed it, so yeah, that's going to be an interesting experience. The first thing I'm going to do is make this area just a bit flatter because of obvious reasons. I don't know why I wanted to explain it. And the next thing I'm going to do is get rid of all of the grass. Or you know what, that's quite unnecessary, I think. I'm not going to make an entire cathedral, just a small to medium-sized church. This might take a while. And the reason I have a command block is because I want it to be a happy, sunshine-filled blue sky. I don't want it to get dark, I don't want it to rain, I don't want it to thunder, I just want a nice, clear sky. Also, on the 31st of this month, I'm going to hold a birthday stream, so be sure to say hi, to give me a couple seconds of your life. So yes, on the 31st of this month, at the exact same time this stream has started, there will be a birthday stream. And if you did not catch on, it is clearly a joke. The 31st of February doesn't exist. You know what, this is somewhat satisfying actually. It just fills my inventory up with quite a disgusting amount of junk. But let that be the least of our worries. This area will be perfectly adequate, but this looks like shit, so I'm going to terraform it just a little bit more so it looks presentable. Yeah, that should do it. Alright, now that I have taken care of this small little issue, I think I'm going to start making the base for the church. Although I think I should cover this up and cover this up because this negatively impacts the environmental stuff around the church. So let's cover this hole up. Let's not be indecent. By the way, the next video will be Torchlight 2, and after that some gameplay of whatever game I decide to play, and then there will be a Sprocket video. I only started making a new tank yesterday, after being addicted to Torchlight for quite a while. Although I did not get the item I wanted to get, so I grinded quite a bit and it just didn't drop, so I will show a somewhat incomplete build in the next video, but I mean, who cares, it still does multiple hundreds of thousands of damage every second, so that little incompleteness does not change anything really. Alright, this is going to be the area where I'm going to make my church. Now, what do I want to make the church out of? Probably stone bricks, because that's my favorite type of brick. Or at least favorite type of block. I should perhaps use tough bricks instead actually. Which looks nicer. This is a bit more textured, so actually I think I'm going to use tough bricks instead. Tough brick wall, stairs. Alright. First things first, I want to experiment with the layout, because that's kind of important. Here is going to be the front, obviously. I think I want to make it even width. Yeah, that should probably do it. I think I want to make it have double thickness walls because I want to make the interior, I don't know, white or something, and the exterior this monotone gray. So yes, I think I'm going to go with that. The local church has some sort of area here. I think they accept donations here, and then it leads to the main hall. Yeah, I think that's about right. I'm not going to make a replica of the local church because obvious reasons, but I am going to make a sort of church. So here is going to be the rows of seats. I don't quite know how much I want to invest in sitting places, but before that I think I should make some adjustments to this world. I don't want it to rain, I don't want it to get dark, so I'm going to make a redstone clock and time set day done. I kinda forgot about it. What's the command for it? Not show. Command dot put false. Game rule command block out put false. I'm almost there, just be patient. Game rule. Yes, and weather clear. Done. Alright, now this redstone clock and these two comment blocks will now keep this guy nice blue and dry, because it does not rain now, because it's not going to get wet. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm thinking of 8 rows of seats. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Alright, this is going to be the mess room, I would say. I have no idea what any of these things are called. I am not an expert at, I don't know, church topology or church anatomy or something. Alright, so this is going to be the entrance, and I would say that there's going to be 2 rooms here. So let's make this the exterior, and let's use white concrete for the interior. Maybe not here. Because the dark and disgusting exterior represents how dark and disgusting the outside world is, and the white inside represents how good heaven is, or something. I don't know. I'm barely even a Christian. Alright. Now, I want this thing to have two towers at the front and a third one at the rear. Or you know what, the rear one can go. I may or may not forget about that. And the thing I said about donations, or religious scam, I should say. Bars. There's like a booth here in the local church, I think. Although I haven't been there in well over a decade, I think now. And they accept donations. Now I will make two circular towers. I know how to make circles in Minecraft. It's an ancient technique called snowball. I just copied the outline of this ones and that's how I learned how to make circles. This might or might not be just a little bit too large. So let's tear it down and perhaps move this center just a bit closer in. Wait, no, actually that's going to be the almost same size. Is this good enough? Yes, it's just not very circular. And I don't know how to fix that because of the 1x1 grid. Let's just pretend it's good enough. Alright, it's going to have two towers here. Right now it just looks like a giant dick, but that's not going to stay. That's not going to remain the case. Actually, I might need to terraform just a bit more. The exterior won't stay like this either. I'm just making rough sketches. I mean, it's not really a sketch, it's a building, but you get my point. It's just going to be kind of a rough outline of what I'm thinking about making. God damn it. Thank you, Mr. Hussar. I know I am based. Alright, where was I? I was talking about something I already forgot. If I forgot it already, that probably means it's not that important. Alright, back to the towers. The most irritating part about building in Minecraft is finding a flat enough place just for you to realize the end product might be just a little bit bigger than what you anticipated, and yeah, that's kind of a funny situation to be in. Terraforming is probably my least favorite Minecraft activity, except when I have to dig a 6 chunk by 6 chunk hole. Actually, it wouldn't make a lot of sense for this to have 2 towers, now that I think about it. Maybe I should make a... Now I confuse myself. The end product is bigger than expected. People who buy Bad Dragon. Precisely. Alright, the interior of this entrance room will be just a bit higher. Should I go with 2 towers of one being a bell tower and the other one being a clock tower, which does not make a lot of sense? Or should I make Actually, never mind. I think I can think of a solution on how to join them. So here's going to be a giant wall of some sorts. And here's going to be the roof, which I'm going to not permanently. Let me think of the word. Unpermanently, yes, that precisely. I'm mostly thinking about what I want to do right now, so forgive me for forgetting the word temporary. So what I'm thinking of right now is something along the lines of having a roof here. And then having a central tower here. Yes, I think that's what I'm going to go with. Here's going to be the central tower. Although I might reduce the size of it because it's going to be very wide if I make it like this. Although I plan it to be a clock tower too, so this kind of a width might be just about right, I would say. Alright. Now, as for the entrance itself, it's going to be rather large. Although, you know what? Wait, never mind. Or What kind of a brick? Will it look strange if I do this? I want this outer wall's edge to be decorated here at the bottom, and I want it to be quite a bit lighter than the wall itself. Polished andesite. Now it looks just a bit too similar to the floor, but that might not actually be a problem. And let's do this. And this actually works out perfectly because you know how every church has an organ, which by the way is my favorite instrument, ironically or unironically, or however you want to interpret it. Yes, that precisely. So I'm going to put a church organ right here, right above the entrance room, and it's going to be accessible by going into the towers and ascending some stairs. Now let me think if andesite will work. I think it will. I think it contrasts nicely against the background bricks, which are quite dark. Yeah, I think this will work. This will work just fine. Now I need to find andesite stairs. To make a smaller arch here. And I want the church walls to start here. And then the internal walls will be like this. Now let's repeat that on the other side too. I just need to replace all of these stone bricks. Right. Alright. Now, if I did not do this to every corner, if you can even say that to a circle, then it would look quite stupid, I think. So I'm just going to do this. And somehow I will incorporate the roof as well, which is not going to be made of birch. That's just a temporary thing, so I know what I want to do, and I'm going to do this. Actually, I would bring a lot more texture into this if I did this instead. Does it make a difference? Yes, it does. I'm going to go with this plan instead. Yeah, when I build, I have a rough estimate of what I want to do, and then I proceed to do something different. However, that's not the case with my sprocket tanks though. I always have precise ideas, and some of those ideas might not make the cut when I make a certain tank, but I mean that's just the building process. Not every idea is a good idea. Actually, I might leave this one as it is. Yes, that made a lot of difference actually. Quite a lot of difference. And I actually might put one of these here, just for the sake of it. Nice, it's coming along quite nicely. And actually, no, this won't work. Alright, let's tear down the rough idea of this temporary roof. I might make it a bit sharper of an angle, so something like this, like 30 degrees or something, or 60, depending on how you look at it. I just need to figure out how it would look the best. Let's use birch again. So, first things first. Wait, that's going to be windows, and depending on how high I want to build the windows, that will basically dictate how high I can put the bottom part of the roof. So, and I will also have to make supporting columns inside. So it's a good thing I did not start making the roof and instead started thinking about my own actions. Alright, where do I want to put the supporting columns? Actually, alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right here. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And right around here. Do I have... Yes. I'm going to decorate them just a little bit. Or at least attempt to do so. Yeah, that should look adequate. Now let's do this. And this is where the church organ will be. Except I think I want to do this. Make it have some depth as well. Yeah, that will do. Now I need further plans for the interior. I think the next column should be here. Will there be a wheelchair accessible entrance? No. If you pray enough, God will heal your disability. Or at least that is what the imbeciles who believe such things would say. Jokes aside, there are some people who think like this. That's just so mean. But I mean, I think I saw a video about Mormons and they do believe in such stupid things, so yeah, just pray away your disability, I guess. God will listen. Or at least that's what they say. I think God has abandoned us quite a long time ago, actually. Do I have slabs? Tough slabs. And then there's going to be further decorations. Now that I think about it, wheelchair accessibility might be a bit tricky in Minecraft, considering the fact that everything is half a meter tall at least. So you wouldn't even need a wheelchair, you would need a tank instead to go over these half blocks. Although snow exists. Snow. I think I could make a ramp out of these, but that looks so off. Is there another type of block that can be layered? I don't think there is actually. No, there is no other layerable block. Alright, I'm going to make the walls here. I want to see how high I can put the church windows and how big they can be. because if they are too big then that obviously feels off, and if they are too small, well then I would have to make quite a lot of them, and that might just ruin the experience. Use a piston as an elevator. That's a pretty good idea actually, I might do that. Where would I put the piston elevator? Let's say that maybe I need further terraforming because I need space for this. Maybe I can do something like this. No. I need to make it a bit less wide. So here slab. I'm struggling to find the blocks because I haven't played Minecraft in such a long while. So here regular people can go up, and here I'm going to put what did I just press? So here I will put sticky pistons, sticky, and actually how would I do that? I would need to power every single one of them, and I used to be a redstone engineer, I can figure this out. By used to, I mean that was a long time ago. Wait, I have observers now. I don't quite know how observers work because back in my days these just were not a thing. Alright, pressure plate. What? What did I do wrong? Ah, so they don't react to blocks getting powered. Don't forget to have the box of gold stolen from the neighboring synagogue. And then a synagogue that has a chest with rotten flesh and cobwebs. You mean this? I mean, villagers are kinda based on Jews, so this might just be an equivalent of a synagogue. Alright, I need to figure redstone out again after so many years. I know how to transport redstone signals up, but I don't quite know how to make them move downwards. But I think I have an idea. Actually, no sticky pistons, just regular pistons. And I can use observers somehow. Excuse me, can you look there? So I can use observers to observe what's happening there. And then I can use the signal of the observers to power the pistons. Wait, no, I need to put this a bit higher up. But then that wouldn't work on this side. God damn it. However, what would work is me using repeaters. I would need to do this repeater, and then that's how I will power the pistons. Actually, that's what I need to do here as well. I'm figuring stuff out again after many years of not playing. I forgot to bring this up. So I will need this, and I mean, it kind of works. Maybe I just need this. I have no idea why this works, but it kind of works. Something isn't quite right. I think the general idea of what I want to do is not bad. I just need to work on the execution. Let's see. Pistons again and pressure plate again. I think there's a bug where these pistons might get powered again. How do I move a signal downwards without... Actually, wait just a minute. I mean, you wouldn't be able to tell easily that... never mind, you can. But that does not matter. Technically, you can work with this. Now let's hide it under dirt. It kinda works. Alright, so now I have disabled accessibility now. Hell yeah, I guess. Alright, now let's move on to the rest of the church. So I will have... no, one block away. And then I remove these because these bother me. Alright, back to the thing I was trying to do. Making sure that the windows are perfect in their placement. So of course I will do this first. And now I need to figure out how big windows I want to... How big? That's the question. How big? Glass. I don't know. I have 8 rows of seats. But you know what, that probably doesn't matter. I'm thinking. And it's kinda hard because I'm not used to doing that. Alright, now I want to do this. Seems about right. And I want to do this. Use a boat to simulate a wheelchair. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. And no, I actually want the stained glass to be inside. Yes, that seems to be an appropriate height, so I don't know, let's say that this represents grass, sky, a cloud and the sun. Yes, because I don't know, that's some sort of a religious place or area that this imagery depicts. I don't know. Alright, the next one is just going to be a cross, because this cross will be the cross that Jesus died on, I guess, because obviously I am completely just making stuff up. So let's have this on the other side too. And the last one, I don't know what I will build here. So we have some sort of biblical place, the cross that Jesus died on, and make the cross 4 blocks high. That, you know what, fair. But I guess I will have to make the other windows a bit higher too. I need these to stay consistent, or at least I try to. Alright, sky, the cross, and the rest of the sky. I think I did something like this on the other side. Yes. Thanks for the suggestion. Now we should figure out what to put here. You know what, I'll return to this problem a bit further into the future. Until then, actually, do I have... Why did I get red? I didn't even use red. I will do this. Yeah, it should look a bit nicer now. Actually, why do I still have the command block in my inventory? Let's do that here too. Now I can make these just a bit wider. By just a bit, I mean making them as wide as I can possibly can, while having at least some... This makes no sense. Let's just do this, and it makes no sense to put a seed there either. Yeah, this seems to be just about right. Yep, seems right. Now that I have determined the location or height of the stained glass windows, I can now work on the roof. I will just have to do this first. Alright, so the roof will start somewhere around here. And I will build up these circular structures according to how things will look like. Alright, now I think I will do 1/2 first, so I know what sort of material I want to use for the roof. But I think I want to use bricks. I think a nice red roof might bring this to life, although it's quite grey, so bare oak slab. What's this? Is it that a new... Huh. Will white work for the roof? I actually don't know. Maybe this sort of a different shade of grey will work? No. I need to find a different grey. A different grey which also has slab variant. I mean, texture wise this is quite different from everything else. Yes. Or no? I want to find a sort of grey which has a kind of an in-between that's almost black. I want to find a grey that's in between these two. That might prove to be quite a challenge actually. Maybe have golden domes like in Ukraine and in Poland. I don't think that would fit stylistically now that I look at it. I mean, the whole thing is grey, and having a golden dome might be just a bit off. So I think I want to make it very grey, like a commit to this idea. I actually can't find a single grey block with a slab that can fulfill my needs for an in-between shade of grey between these two for the roof, so I think I'm going to make the roof out of something completely different. I can't think of anything else to do. If it has a black roof, then it will look quite ugly. Maybe I can play with... Oh! Found the block. Alright, and now I need to find andesite slabs. These... And I guess I'm going to make the whole roof out of tuff. Oxidized copper can also work. You are right. Oxidized copper can also work. Will it though? Oxidized. Let's use the bags because why not? I don't know about that. Let's do a comparison then. Oxidized copper versus tuff. On one hand, oxidized copper brings in color, which is quite needed. On the other hand, it might not stylistically fit with the church. It will make nice domes for the towers. You might be right about that. I'm just worried about it not fitting in stylistically. I will build it further up and let's see how things will end up looking like. I don't know, on one hand you are right, it brings in color. On the other hand, that sort of grey fits this whole grey church thing. It's just different enough to be noticeable, and it's not too different for it to be a sort of eyesore. That's the thing. Both of these can work. I just cannot decide which one works better. Look at the Estergom. Alright, let me look at some pictures of that. Alright. Let's see. Yes, the Basilica of Esztergom does look nice, but it's quite white gold and bluish grey on the domes. Mine is just grey, and you know what, let's compare these two to my original idea, being bricks, because we might be going somewhere with these ideas. We just need to iterate and iterate some more. Now we have 3 choices. I don't know. I think I like the brick quite a lot better than the other two, actually. What do you think? Brick, tough, or copper? I'm leaning towards the brick, actually. Also, I just realized that there's 8 seconds of delay. Copper, copper, copper. Alright, copper it is. At least on one side. I'm still indecisive about copper and brick. So I'll make one side out of brick and one side out of copper, and if one is clearly better than the other, then I will make changes on the opposite side. Alright, let's do this. And let's make this side out of brick, and if one of them is clearly better, then I will change the other. How about that? Because both of them look nice. Your suggestion of making the roof out of copper looks nice, but I also really like bricks, and my other suggestion for the roof, the tuff, yeah, it just didn't work out. Let's bring them to the same height. And you know what? Actually, I have an idea. What if I made some sort of a central, well, not quite tower, like a central structure along this line. And it would have windows and things and such, I guess. Oops, I wanted these. Wait, I forgot about this. I will need tough stairs. Also, your mouth looks like the Polish flag when your model talks. It happens. What can I say? I am an amateur pixel artist, and that's the best I could do. Bobber curva, I guess. I don't know. Wait, actually, I can bring just a bit more depth into this building by using tough brick walls here. And I can use glass here, and it wouldn't look that strange, especially because you would ideally look at it from down below. Yeah, that looks just about right, I would say. I think I want to make these windows 2 blocks tall. You know what, let's make it 3 and bring them down just a little bit. Yep, that looks just about right. Now I will need to repeat that again and again. Let's see. Bobber mentioned indeed. Kurvahód. Hód being the Hungarian word for a beaver. I think this looks pretty damn good actually. My however many years of building experience is coming back. I used to be a pretty damn good builder. I used to build quite a lot back in the days after abandoning the redstone engineering career, and then I just stopped playing Minecraft. I have a world where I dug out a 36 chunk hole for me to build a tower in it, and then while making the tower I realized that I would need to dig another hole just to cover the building costs, because that tower would have gone from the bedrock level up to the build limit, and that would have required me to dig another hole for all of the material, because I wanted to make it out of stone bricks. And that's when I had enough of Minecraft. I just abandoned the game. I am really not quite sure if copper looks better or bricks. Both look good, that's the problem. Both look good. I don't know, I think the red fits a bit better with the andesite, but the copper pops a lot more. This side is perhaps a bit more modest, while this is a bit more wild. I don't know. This is the toughest decision of my life. Even choosing a career that I don't want to do was quite a lot easier than this. At least have copper domes on towers if you choose bricks. That's the problem, I don't know what to choose. That is the entire sort of the problem. Me being indecisive. I take your suggestion, but that suggestion is just as good as my idea, so I can't really choose between them. Wait, no, not yet. I want it to have an overhang. Actually, this might just look a little bit stupid. I don't know, this looks a bit stupid. I'll need to think of this just a little bit more. Yeah, I don't want this to have a roof. Wait, actually this does not need to be white, although I'll keep this wall. Decisions, decisions, decisions. I'm still thinking about the dilemma of using bricks or copper. I really cannot decide which is better. Also, I think I want to do this here. Actually, I want to bring it out just a little bit. So it stays a bit more consistent with this side. And now I will proceed to do this. 1, 2, 3. I want to make sure if it's symmetrical, and yes. Alright, now that I have a larger surface to work with, I can comfortably say that I'm still indecisive. Maybe the color of the roof will be the last thing I'm going to work on. Maybe by the end of the building process I will decide. Maybe. But also, this looks stupid. I need to figure out something so it doesn't look as stupid. I mean, here it works because it obviously does. But here, where it's quite visible that you can't ignore a slope, it's a bit more tricky. How would I do this? I need to figure out this. This is quite a task. You know what? Maybe I have an idea, and it involves having a different slope. Let's experiment with this idea. Maybe I can use stairs to make it just a bit more textured. I mean, it looks quite bulky. It looks quite fat, but it might just about work. It's all about bringing in just enough details so it does not look that off. And then I did this. And then I did this. And then 4 here. And then this. Maybe I would need to make this out of a different block because it blends in so much. I think it looks just a little bit better this way. Yes, it definitely looks a bit more detailed if I swap those blocks out for tuff. And I got rid of the underside of the slope, so it's kind of a win-win. Nice. Alright, now let's work on the clock tower, which actually that might be just a bit more difficult than I anticipated. Where are you? Let's do this. And what I want to do is have the walls of it be further in, like this. And I'll do this. And as for the organ, the place where the organ would be, I will wall this off a bit, just not too much. And actually I want to do this. I want this corner to be a bit more decorated. And here I would need to make a sort of connection. It looks kind of strange. Forgive me for my voice going away. I am not quite used to talking this much. I'm a bit of a silent type. I think it looks acceptable. Not great. It's just acceptable. And as for this, I'm going to temporarily build a wall here because there's going to be a roof here. And now onto the clock tower itself. I want it to be quite nice and tall. So I think I'm going to build several sections of it, I would say. Maybe that's probably a bit excessive. Maybe every 4 levels there's going to be a line that separates these sections. Give the clock tower a golden dome. I'll see if that will fit. I don't know if it will stylistically fit with the entire church, because it's quite grey. And besides, I haven't figured out if I want to use the copper or the brick as the roof. Both work. That's the problem. Deciding between these two colors is just so hard. Both work. That's the main problem I'm having. Actually, let's make it 5. and then a line across here. Maybe make it like this. Yep, that looks quite decent. I won't work on this yet. Or you know what, I will do this. Here's going to be the roof, so there's no point in doing too much work in this rear wall. Actually, I'll make it a double wall because future plans. I have a backdrop wall just in case I will need it in the future. I have an idea of what I want to do with the rear wall once the roof has been installed, but that's a bit in the future. That's a future problem and it requires future solutions. Do I want to make another segment and then put the clock on, or do I want the clock to be right on top of this one? I'll make another segment. I think that's my safest bet. Four. Yes, and the clock portion of the clock tower will be on top of this segment. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. And then I will also decorate these walls because they are quite bland right now. I mean, I won't do too much decorating because I don't want to. Yeah, I just don't want to. That is all it boils down to. Alright. Also, I just realized I have been talking quite a lot more than I usually talk, and I have not really drank that much. Alright, Mr. Hussar. And no, I don't think I will do a self-promo on your Discord server. I just don't really advertise myself. I think it's kinda irritating when people advertise themselves, so that's why I don't do it myself. There was an incident on a different YouTuber's Discord server. Someone actively talked about my YouTube channel and my YouTube endeavors, and I had to talk him down. So I had to stop him from advertising me because he did it on a community Discord server of someone else. And the problem with that is that server exists because you are a fan of the person whose server it is, so it is disrespectful to advertise a completely different person. So yeah, that would be my logic behind not wanting to advertise myself, especially not on a community server of someone else. Alright, I'm going to make the clocks out of white concrete. Is it high enough? Can I see it from here? No, not really. I think I will build these up just a little bit higher. Yep, it's now quite visible. Extraordinary. Now I will replicate it on all four sides. I don't think I will try to decorate the clock, it's just going to be a white circle. That's the plan. Although I might try to actually slab. Actually, does this work? No, not really. It was worth a try. Sadly, it does not work. It looks awful. Although from a distance and from the same level as the clock itself, it might look decent. It's just that the angle does not make it any better. Actually, I have an idea. I don't know if it's a good idea. Never mind, I don't have an idea. I just realized it. Or do I still have the idea? If I have a diagonal wall here, does that work? I Don't know. What if I do this? I think it works just a little bit better this way. No, one block above. Does this work? Hell yeah, it does work. Nice. Alright, so that's what I'm going to do on the other three corners. See, I'm using my brain for once. Great things come to life whenever I decide to finally use my brain. So I will finish this clock tower, then move on to the roof here and then work on the rear area, and the church will be done. This front third of the entire building is the hardest, I would say, but that's not a big deal. Alright, so let's do this. And then let's do this. And it looks quite great actually. Now I want to bring in just a bit more detail so it does not look as bland. Having just a touch a bit more depth can make quite a lot of difference. That's what I have learned throughout the years of me building stuff, and I applied this to my sprocket creations too actually. Having just a bit of texture here, just a bit of depth there, and it can just do wonders. And I really like this tough brick block because it's quite grey, but it's also quite shiny, so it does not look monotone at all. This is a fantastic block, actually. It is really great. Now I will do just a bit of edge decoration here. Nice. Now I will have to make a dome for this. I think that will work. If not, I can just change it a little bit. Yep, that sort of looks like a dome, I guess. I will make it out of copper for now. Actually, first of all, I would need to make the center. I think it's... What? I think I kind of forgot to make spheres. I forgot how to make spheres, sorry. It's going to be an interesting challenge, it seems like. I will have to learn how to make those once again. It's been such a long time, I swear. Alright, so this is what I have to work with. Let's destroy this. So let's make this. The way I used to make spheres or domes is that I make a circle on all sides and then try to fit it in a specific way. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. Trying to remember the process. Actually, I want to remove these and do this. And then this. Yep, that could make a sphere. Now I need to figure out what I did just here. Another layer here. I said another layer. I forgot these, I think. Wait, no. Wait, what? Oh, right. I needed to elevate these first. Yes, it's coming along. And then what I did was that. And then I did this. And now I can destroy this here. And let's see if I successfully replicated the process I once learned in the distant past on how to make a dome. I don't need this. What? Alright, I won't need this either. And I think I need to remove this actually. And yeah, that kinda looks like a dome. Just with cut edges. And I'm not sure if I want the edges to be cut down like this. Maybe I want it to be a full hemisphere of some sorts. Does this look better? Yes, it definitely does. I'm going to go with this. It's quite an impressive dome, but now the entire church looks like a dick. Alright, I will have to make the I technically just made a mold, so where's the copper? So I'm now going to make the actual dome, because I only made the outside frame's basic shape, really. Alright, now let's remove some material from the outside. And this is how you make a dome for your church. My building skills may not be that lost after all. Oops. Yeah, this looks just about right. Alright, now I already have these on me. That's nice. I will now cover up the bottom, which looks quite hideous. Yep, this kinda looks like the top of a church. Alright, now let's decorate this empty area. And the way I will do that is I'm going to do some experiments to see what works and what doesn't work. Let's see. Yep, that seems to be working. So let's do that here as well. This looks awesome. I'm going to go with this. Oops, I didn't want to destroy those. Before I forget, I will put these here. And the clock tower should be just about finished if we ignore the backside, which depends on how the roof will end up being shaped like. Yes, this looks great. Detailed enough, but not over detailed. It's pretty damn perfect in that sense. I will put a bit of depth here. Nice. Very, very nice. And actually I will actually remove it because Now that the clock tower is basically done, I forgot the most important stuff. Actually, I forgot. I will try something. I think Mr. Hussar said that I should make this out of gold. But I'm quite uncertain if that looks any good. I don't know about that. The gold pops quite a lot more, but I don't think that's a good thing. I think gold popping this much is quite simply not a good thing in this specific circumstance. I think I will just use andesite instead. But you know what? Where gold can pop and is a good idea to make it pop is the top. Let's make a huge golden cross. Actually, I want to make it a bit taller. And I want this to be a bit wider. Yep, now you all know that this is a Christian church. Or a Catholic church or something, I don't know. Alright, let's clear my inventory from all of the junk. And now let's gather my resources again. And let's see what kind of a roof I can put here. I want it to be just a bit more angled than this here. Something along the lines of what I did here, with the height increasing half a block every 2 blocks. So I guess that is going to be the plan. And just like here at the bottom, I will continue being indecisive, so I am going to make each half out of a different material, because bricks look nice, but copper also looks nice. So yeah, that is the problem right here. Both look good. right now copper right here, and I'm going to tear this wall down just a little bit so I can make this happen. And then it will increase by half a block in height. And I need to replicate that over onto this side as well. One block taller. Oh, sorry, not one block taller, half a block taller. And the middle will be like this. Actually, never mind. This increase in height is not necessary. I still don't know which I prefer more. Brick or copper. Both look good. I think I'm going to go with copper. The bluish green color of the copper is quite cold, like the cold exterior of the church itself, while the more reddish hue of the bricks is quite a warm color, and I think this kind of a gray is more cold than warm, so I think I'm going to decide on going with what? I guess I forgot to press enter when I decided to write a command in that command block. It's been what? Over 2 hours and it has not rained yet. That's incredible, actually. Otherwise, rain would just fall down on my head every 5 minutes or so. That's so irritating. So yes, I have finally decided that the colder color of the copper is much more fitting for this church than the warmer color of the bricks. So I will replace the bricks here as well. Yep, I think I made the right choice. I think the bluish green does fit a lot better. Now I need to somehow hide this atrocious sight from the inside. Actually, I might want to use a white material instead. What about that new wood type? Where is it? Pale oak. Or no, you know what? Quartz. It's a much cleaner look, I think. I don't want the ceiling to be that textured, so I think quartz is my best bet. And I will replace these blocks with quartz. And it should look somewhat nice from the inside. What Minecraft version are you using? Let me see. 1.21.4. So I guess the newest version. And here is where I'm going to use slabs. So from the inside it looks nice and clean-ish. Although it's quite a contrast to the dark and grey of the rest of the church's insides, but yeah, who cares? It looks presentable. Although I now need to figure out how to solve the issue of lighting. I think I'm going to make a huge chandelier which hangs from the middle-ish. I mean, that's as central as you can get. And I will use... I mean, you can't really tell, I guess. Probably, maybe, possibly. And I'm going to use this. Do I want to use torches or candles? Probably candles. Do I need flint and steel for it? That's so stupid. Wait a minute. Torches give a lot more light. I'm going to use torches instead, I guess. These candles are quite dim. Actually, I don't know how to make chandeliers. At least not ugly chandeliers. It would be quite a lot easier if but if these were only 3 blocks wide, then they would be easier to work with. However, I'm not sure if that's a good idea or not. I remove this. I remove this. This is where the next one should be. Actually, not going to use these. I'm going to use these instead. What? I built it in the wrong place. Extraordinary. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or did I? No. But I did build this one in the wrong place too. And I'm actually not going to make actual chandeliers, more like hanging light bulbs of some sort of hanging lanterns, glowstone, and which trapdoor would be the best? I think I'm going to go with the oak one. I'll just bring it down a little bit further. And I'm going to use stone brick walls too. I think this works. Yeah, I think this works actually. Nice. Now I will decorate the interior design of the front, and then I will move on to the, well, actually I want this to be parapets, and I want a bit more artificial light. And actually it might be beneficial if I didn't keep this very open. So here's going to be the church organ. Oops. I'll just have to figure out where to put the lights. Actually, let's just say that this is a modern church, and how are those called? This is Sigma. Can someone tell the chat is active? I mean, I don't mind chat being inactive. I don't force anyone to type. I'm just rambling to myself most of the time, just thinking out loud. Android. That's what? Who cares? So let's just say that this is a modern church and it has modern lighting. This is so atrocious, I love it. Actually, it might be better if I put the lighting here. And now let's make the church organ. I think I'm going to make it out of spruce because that's the nicest color I can think of for a piano, or a sort of piano. Now I want to use quartz, and I think I saw a trick once with the Ender dragon head and their dragon head and armor stand. So the idea is that I will need a piston too, and some sort of redstone or button. And the idea is that actually I will need these two, and let's make it this wide. I saw a trick once. I want to try to repeat that here. And the idea is that I will push these down with pistons. And the Ender Dragon head should become those darker piano keys. Yes, this right here. I remembered this building hack from back in the old days. So I'll now repeat this here too. And I think I will need to put them a bit further down. The you know that organs have multiple rows of keys, sometimes even 3, believe it or not. So yes, this is going to be the church organ. And as for the pipes, I think I will use a combination of bars and brick walls. Like this. But I think I will do this too and this. So yes, now we have a church organ. Nice. And I will put a seat here. Alright, what's next? First things first, let's light things up here. Actually, I might want to destroy this on both sides and make a staircase. You should make it playable. That would be quite a challenge. You know, real life church organs are now completely automatic, so let's do this disc. Let's do this. Look, the organ is playing itself. Alright, I need to make the interior white because I don't know. It looks nice. Or what? Yes. And now there's some background music. I would have put a real background music into this live stream, but copyright is quite a bit of a bitch, so I'm afraid I cannot use any background music because everything is copyrighted. That's the truth. Yeah, copyright is quite a nasty subject. Every YouTuber fears that word. And I have decided that I will... No. I will abandon the newly formed thought in my head to use ladders, and instead I'm going to commit to the idea of stairs. I will just have to execute that idea. What about spiral stairs? That does not sound that bad. No, actually, never mind, that's quite a bad idea. At least in this scale. And I will need to somehow install lights. Does this work? It kinda does. Alright, I almost forgot to repeat the interior design process over here. Actually, I almost forgot this. Wait, this seems like an extremely stupid idea. I might make these stairs out of wood just to make things easier. Because if I make them out of slabs, then they wouldn't work unless I make them spiral stairs, which I don't think would work, so I'm going to make a wooden stairs instead. Just regular 90-degree angle stairs. Or a staircase, I should say. And some lighting would be nice. Oak planks. Alright, now we have a working staircase to the organ. Nice. I'm not going to put too much effort into the interior because, I mean, churches are supposed to be somewhat modest on the interior. Well, depending on the period of time they were built in. Of course, Baroque churches are quite over the top. So, but this isn't a Baroque church. I don't even know what era of architecture this would be from. Also, what do you guys think? How does it look so far? I mean, all it remains is the very rear, which won't be that impressive as the central tower, but I mean, it's mostly done. That's what I'm trying to say. The church on the outside is mostly done, so what do you guys think? I think it looks like a giant dick. But other than that, I think it's pretty damn good. Also, I nearly forgot about the doors. Alright. And I almost forgot about these eyesores as well, so let's cover them up. Covering it up is quite a bit trickier than I thought. but I think this should do it. Yeah, it's a weird contrast. Like this regular wall is a bit of an off-white, a bit grayish, I would say, and this is, I don't know, let's just say that this purer white symbolizes heaven, I guess. Oh, this isn't covered. Also, I needed to fix that. So yes, I guess this purer white of the quartz symbolizes heaven in some sense, while this is just a clean place. Like this white wall is a slightly more tainted white to symbolize Earth being a dirtier place, but since it's a church, it's cleaner. I don't know, I am not that religious. I'm just trying to make sense of my building decisions. Also, I need ideas for the stained glasses over here. We have some sort of biblical area here and across, so I need ideas for a third window painting thing. So yes. Now on to the last area. I need to figure stuff out first. I need to think of what I want to do. So the idea is that I will have an altar here, a grand altar with some sort of structure here, and then that will I don't think that works. Or maybe it just simply does not work. Or what? So the local church has two little rooms here and here. I think one is for the priests and the other one is for the janitors, so I think I'm going to copy that idea. Let's make it like this. And let's do this. What? No, never mind. I built it right. And here is going to be an altar of some sorts. And here's going to be the entrance for these small rooms, and yeah, I think this will work. I figured it out. So first things first, I'm going to do this. Add the check flag. Where should I add the check flag? I'm not even check, but I will do it. I will need this. I will do this. And I will need this, and I forgot about this. Let's just cover it up. No one would look here, but still. And let's do that on the other side too. Yeah, it's now quite a bit less of an eyesore. Now let's do this. Actually, no, never mind. I will just put these a bit further in. And that should do it, actually. Now I have an idea. What if... how big is that going to be? Wait. Maybe that idea is not a good one, but... it might work if I make it just a bit smaller. But then, no. Maybe this way it will work. I want a smaller tower here. Yes, it kind of works. I just need to do this. Does it work? Probably, maybe, possibly, kinda. Alright, maybe not, but we'll see. Alright, so this is where the altar is going to be. Actually, I might elevate this area just because the priest is supposed to be actually lectern. Now, whatever priest comes up here can read from either of the two lecterns. Nice. Actually, I'm going to make it like this. And this is going to be a much smaller room. With a white interior, as usual. So let's repeat that over on this side too. Yep, seems about right. Now let's have this altar thing elevated up just a little bit. Alright, it's going somewhere. That's already a good thing. Now, let's see. What I'm curious of is how the roof will end up being here. Maybe I'll just do something similar as here on the front of the church. Actually, that's probably my best bet here. And usually, I don't know if that's always the case, but usually there's a sort of balcony here, I would say. Like at least the couple bigger churches I visited have some sort of balconies around this area. Either one or two. I think usually one, but this church will have two of those. Again, I'm not really a church expert. I haven't even gone to the local church in well over a decade now. Actually, this looks ugly if I do it this way. But if I did this instead, yeah, it looks a bit better. So yeah, two balconies for whatever reason. I really don't know. Now, here is going to be a wall, a solid wall, because I don't know what to put here, so I'm not going to bother thinking of something. Now, there's usually a huge statue or painting here, so I'm going to go with a painting. Or not just a simple painting or statue. Usually it's an entire scenery or just a giant Jesus statue thing. It really depends on whichever church you go to. Oh, I think I know why you said put the Czech flag. I think you meant right here. I don't think that would work. No. Or yes? No, it wouldn't work. So, back to the altar dilemma. I think I'm going to put a painting here. Is there a 6x6 painting or at least a 4x4? The biggest I'm seeing is 4x4. What about this? Somewhat religious, but not on what I'm looking for. School of Fire orb. Absolutely not. Maybe. Oh. Maybe this. This can mean that God is reaching down for us. Or something, I don't know. I mean, it kinda makes sense, so why not? Alright, so let's continue this here. Let's continue this here. Let's continue this here. Let's build it up. Now let's make the roof. It's coming together. It's nearing the end of the process. Actually, I think I want to push it out like this or like this. Like this. So I'm going to repeat that over here too. Yep, that looks right. Now let's cover this up. 2, 3, 4. And now let's build a rear tower, a smaller tower. Again, it's a solid wall because I don't know what to put here, but I want to put something here to break up the flat rear of the church, so I thought I might as well just do something, anything, without any actual use. So yes, I'm going to do this. What? Oh. And do I want another window here? Would it even fit? That's the question. Maybe a smaller one. Or a narrower one, I should say. And I think I'm going to continue this roof further up. And I'll see if that's a good idea or not. And this, yep, that seems to be a decent idea, so I'll go with that. And I'll try to hide this hideous view. Well, it's hideous from down below, so it's better to hide it. Yep, looks just about acceptable. Now let's complete these. I mean, it's the rear of the church, it does not have to look as impressive as the front. Yeah, it's, I would say, presentable. Not extremely good, not anything to brag about, but it's completely fine. And as for this area, I'll just do this. And actually I will do this here to make it just a bit, oops, not here, here, to make it just a bit more consistent with the rest of the side. And then I'm going to do this. Actually, I'm going to finish the ceiling of the interior. I mean, ceiling of the interior. Thank you, Günther. You are very intelligent. Yes. You are very intelligent. So yes, this is kind of a learning experience. It's kind of a learning experience. So yes. Let's do this. And let's do this. And this. Actually, I think I can bring just a bit of texture into this. Yeah, it makes a very slight difference. And I think I'm going to do that here too. Just to make a little bit of difference. And as for this, I think I can get away with... oh, never mind. I will need to take this out as well. And that way this will look nice. Yeah. Now let's see how the interior is. Let's get rid of these. Let's have something like this here. I don't know, let's do this. I will need a bit of a light source somewhere around here. I'll steal this idea from here. And I'll put doors here. Yeah, seems just about right. Now, put the check flag here. Red. White and blue. This blue is better. I think I can figure it out. So, Polish flag. Czech flag. I tried. I mean, it's something. You know what? Because I'm from Slovakia, I'm going to say that this is the Czechoslovak flag instead. Yeah, I think I'm finished actually. I made a church for 777 subscribers, and this is just tragic. I'm going to decorate it just a little bit so it looks just a little bit better. Alright, ignore it. I have made a church for the subscriber milestone of 777, which represents the Holy Trinity, and also I sacrificed goats for Satan in Minecraft for 666 subscribers. So I thought I'm not going to ignore this. This is hideous. I'm sorry, I must correct this. I completely forgot about it until now. Let's do this. It's going to be a bit different than the other sides, but I don't care. I'm not going to leave it like this. You probably wouldn't have even noticed that this very small wall was unfinished unless I pointed it out, but it bothers me. Not even just a little bit, very much. Also, I forgot this wall as well, which you also probably wouldn't have noticed unless I pointed it out. Alright, is there anything I forgot? I don't think there is. Alright, let's try that again. So, for the subscriber milestone of 777, I made a church. That number represents the Holy Trinity, and since I made a God sacrificing stream, or held rather, goat sacrificing stream for Satan for 666 subscribers, I thought it would be appropriate to make a church, or build rather a church for 777 subscribers. So here it would be. It took me just a bit over 3 hours to finish, and I think it looks quite acceptable, if not good. So yes, this is the clock tower with a huge golden cross on top of it. Wait, do I want this to be seen from the inside or from the outside? Well, let's just ignore this and let's say that this is a Polish flag. I mean, there was a Polish guy earlier in this stream, so let's say that this is the Church of Bober Kurwa. Yeah, I guess the Czech flag just didn't work. Anyway, so yeah, I'm not going to restart the outro. Church. That's all you really need to know. Church. But from this angle it's more like a dick. So yeah, church. I guess thanks for paying attention. If you enjoyed this live stream, which you probably didn't, considering the fact that I have very poor upload rate. Sorry about that. It will happen again. Anyway, so thanks for paying attention. If you enjoyed this stream, hit the dislike button. If not, hit the dislike button. If you want to, you can unsubscribe. And I noticed a slight error right here, which I didn't make on the other side, luckily. And yeah, I guess that's it for today. Bye.